If you guys don't know me, hi. My name is Miri and I'm a weather dragon who hopes to put a smile on your rainiest days. And I am going to be playing some NIKKE. I haven't played the ARK Ranger event yet. I played the each daily, but I haven't read the actual story. So I'm really excited to see what happens today or what happened in the story today. I just got a Trony dupe, so I, for the first time, have her lobby animation, and I haven't seen it yet. There's a lot that I haven't actually seen yet, but Trony's was the newest one I got. Where is she? Oh, right here. I wanted to see what this looks like since I haven't played, but I'm kind of nervous because I see some dogs on the bottom corner of my screen, so... uh-huh, why... Come on. Why am I not surprised? That's never gonna be my home screen. Okay, let's go back. I am gonna play the ARK Ranger event. I want to see what all happens. I've been so left out in the dark and everybody's been talking a little bit about it here and there with like different opinions about it. I really like this setup in here. Whenever they make a new map, I get so excited to see. This one's a smaller one though. But they have like this, it's supposed to be like Super Sentai, I think is what they said. I know Kamen Rider and I know Power Rangers, which all kind of are within the same theme. Correct me if I'm wrong, or don't correct me. I'm nervous. I'm scared. We're gonna go ahead and check out the story though, so we don't have to go through much of the actual gameplay itself. Let's go ahead and jump into the recordings here. Yeah, there's an event story, part 1, part 2, and then the mini game story. So we'll start with the part 1. On the surface, a girl sprints forward, kicking up clouds of dust. She pushes off the ground and leaps. Backlit by the radiant sun, she steadies herself, then drives a kick straight into the ground. Arcs of lightning strike the ground. The ground caves in, electricity surging outward in all directions. ARK Ranger Black slowly rises to her feet. Without even glancing back at the dazed Rapture Fiend standing behind her, she speaks. Oh my gosh, this really does feel like a Power Ranger movie. The Rapture Fiend staggers. Curse you, it cries as it collapses to the ground. Normal raptors, I don't think, talk like that. I don't think they talk human language at all. A dazzling green explosion erupts. ARK Ranger Black raises a hand high towards the sky. The wind begins to pick up. ARK Ranger Black's hair whips wildly in the wind. Yep. Well, the transformation was cool. She's a movie star. I'm gonna lower the volume since it feels like just slightly loud. You guys will have to tell me in post-edit, Miri, if it's too loud or too quiet. I really like the designs of her... What do you call it? I'm so VTuber coded, I'm calling it Genmates, but her squad mates. Man, I'm such a sucker for little fangies, like... The red one, the ARK Ranger Red, her fangy is so cute. But I think my favorite is actually... Is it blue? The one on the right? I hadn't been reading the names. She's a hard
だが
worker.
最近は電撃のエフェクトにしても特攻用の爆薬にしてもコストが大幅に上がってるんだ。今はまだ制作費がカツカツってわけじゃないんだが。
The director looks towards the far end of the large set. At the center of a construction rig stands a black
ブラ
colossus.
ックの乗るアークマシン、アークレオン。あれの維持費だけで予算がかなり食われそうだからな。費用はほとんどテトラ持ちとはいえ、そこからはみ出る金額だけでも我々にとっちゃかなりの負担だ。
あれ、本当に動くって言ってたよな。実際に乗って操縦もできるんだろ？
Oh, it's real, like fully?
そんな話を信じたんですか？
Okay, maybe not.
本当に動くんだ。
Oh, yes, they can! That's really cool.
ライオン型に変形する機能もあるぞ。
It's a transformer! I'm just kidding.
あれは本物だ。
どういうことですか？それ。
そのまんまの意味だ。巨大ロボットは本物を作って撮影しろってお達しがあったな。
I mean, they are still in like an apocalyptic setting, so it makes sense to have something that's usable for actual combat, right?
マスタング社長ですか？
ああ。
何考えてるんでしょう？何って、その方がかっこいいからとかに決めてる。
Entertainment.
何か考えあってのことだろうな。無駄なことをやらせるような人ではない。
それはそうなんですよね。
とにかくそういうわけで史上最高の制作費をもらってはいるが余裕があるとは言えないんだ。だから行けるところはそのままで行かせてくれな。
しかし子供たちは
Aw. But for the kids.
仕方ないな。
やれやれ。
The director picks up the megaphone.
アークブラックメテオのシーン、リテイクの準備をお願いします。エフェクターの再セットよろしく。さあ、急いで急いで。
He's spoiling her. Honestly though, with these ARK Rangers, they look so cool. I really like the designs personally of the other two more, but I still think that, you know, it's in the heart and she clearly has her heart in the right places. I think that that's super sweet.
監督。
Aw, the
お
blushies.
前には人を困らせる才能があるよ。おかげで勉強にはなるけどな。俺たちがやってるのは子供たちに勇気を与える仕事だ。手は抜けない。だろ？
ああ、その通りだ。
よし、セッティング終わり次第やるぞ。ああ、そうだ。劇場版のポスターのサンプルが出てきてる。見るか？
お、見せてくれ。気になるな。
え、もう出たのか？見る見る。
最終版はまだ変わるかもしれないから参考程度にな。ほら、これだ。
Oh, next. This is kind of like watching a movie together. I kind of really like just doing this in general. So I'm hoping to do more of this in the future. Maybe even live streams instead. Oops, I missed it. Arc Ranger Black steadies her breathing for a moment, then moves over to the leg press machine. Yeah, I think this would be really cool as a watch along, but also as just playing on stream together. You'll have to tell me what you think works best, what's preferable, because if I play this on stream, I know we have the combat sections in between, so I'm not sure if you want to see that or not. After finishing her training, she stands and walks forward.
よ、ブラック。
レッド、ジムに用途は珍しいな。
お前を迎えに来たんだよ。
何かあったのか？
何言ってんだ、筋肉バカ。今日は一緒に飯を食う日だろ。
Aw.
週一で集まろうって言い出したのはお前じゃないか。お前が忘れてどうすんだ？
すまない。うっかりしていた。
早くシャワー浴びてこい。
クライミングだけ済ませてからでいいか？ルーティンが中途半端だと気持ちが悪くてな。
お前、筋肉使ってないと死ぬのか？はあ、わかったよ。
She seems so baby. She like gets spoiled by everybody. Everybody like dotes on her a little bit.
すまない。
はいはい。
It's interesting since she has like this cool composed persona. Like she looks like the more mature one. 20 minutes later, the ARK Ranger Black heads into the cafe. ARK Ranger Red is sitting alone at a table with a small boy standing before her. They actually do really well with some of the kid designs, like from Lyco Rico. I really like the designs of the two children from that game, or from that collaboration. He clutches a recently released ARK Ranger trading card tightly in his hands as if it is valuable treasure. The boy seems hesitant as ARK Ranger Red sips her coffee while staring blankly into space. Hope? That's such a cute name for a kid.
どうした？アークレンジャーレッドでしょ？僕知ってるよ。サインください。知らないな。
Oh my god, no.
人違いだろ。アークレンジャーレッド？誰だそれ？
Looking like that, she's like, who?
そんなはずない。絶対レッドなのに。見間違いだ。俺はそうじゃない。
Oh. The boy hovers awkwardly, unsure of what to do. ARK Ranger Red resumes sipping her coffee while staring into space. ARK Ranger Black approaches slowly.
Yeah, 少年。
ARK Ranger Black drops to one knee in front of the little boy and looks him in the eye.
君は知っていると思うが、私たちはいつアークを襲ってくるかわからないラプチャー怪人たちと戦っているんだ。今、私たちは透明怪人の攻撃に備えるために正体を隠して秘密の作戦を進めている。もし正体がバレたら大変なことになってしまうだろう。
She handles kids really well. The little boy jolts in surprise, clapping his hands over his mouth.
分かってくれたようだね。君、名前は？
ホープ。
ホープ。いい名前だ。私たちとここで会ったことは秘密にしてくれるな。
Hope nods firmly, hands still pressed over his mouth.
これからは私たちを見かけても知らないふりをしてほしい。奴らはいつ襲ってくるかわからないからな。
Hope nods even more vigorously, his mouth still covered by his hands. ARK Ranger Black gently takes the trading card from between Hope's fingers. She takes out a pen and signs it. Hope's eyes widen and his breathing turns ragged. She hands the signed card back to him, which he accepts with trembling hands.
これは君と私たちが秘密を分かち合う仲間になった証だ。もしどこかでラプチャー怪人を見つけたときは、このカードを空高く掲げてアークレンジャーを呼んでくれ。どこにいてもすぐに駆けつける。
Hope's head bobs so frenetically that ARK Ranger Black briefly wonders if his neck might snap. That's an interesting thing to think about, ma'am.
それでは静かにここを離れてくれ。秘密の仲間よ。また。
Look at his eyes, they're so kira kira. Hope ducks down and quietly slips away. Back in his seat, he stares blankly into space, dumbfounded. ARK Ranger Black smiles softly and takes a seat across from Red.
くらいはしてあげてもよかっただろう。
キリがないだろう。いちいち対応してたら。
子供たちは私たちを手本にして勇気を出すんだ。
ARK Ranger Red turns her head to look at Hope. Hope meets her eyes, jumps in surprise, and frantically pretends not to notice, sipping his drink.
あの子だって2、3年もすれば自分がどれだけくだらないものを信じてたのか気づくさ。何食わぬ顔で。
She's more cynical than I thought she would be. She's more, not aggressive is the word, but she's more, is it brash? She's very blunt, but in a more aggressive way. How do you put it? But she's more than I thought she would be towards a kid, especially. I don't hate it though. Like more roughness around the edge.
そうだな。
だろうな。一回やられてみりゃ痛いほどわかる。
レッド。
誤解しないでくれ。この仕事が無意味だって言いたいわけじゃない。ただ現実を思い知っただけだ。所詮俺たちは
Sorry, I'm vibing to the
テレビの
music.
中だけのヒーローだ。
The music in NIKKE is so good.
平凡なニケでしかない。お前には同じ目に遭ってほしくないんだ。あった
No.
としても何とも思わず立ち上がってくれ。頑張れよ。ずっと応援してるんだ。
Still a good friend.
あら、いつも暗い雰囲気ですね。
ブルー、
やっと来たか。なんでお前が毎回一番遅いんだよ。
来る途中でサインをおねだりされたので。
人気者は大変だね。
Isn't it interesting that it's red, blue? Usually, wouldn't it be another primary color of yellow? I guess,
なんでこんな
like,
雰囲
as
気なん
in
ですか？
terms of like Power Rangers and Sentai units, black is pretty popular, right?
俺の方を見ながら言うな。問題児はとっくに卒業してるだろうが。それにいい話をしてたんだよ。
ブラック、何があったんですか？
おい、無視するな。
Why does it sound like she's in trouble?
いいですね。なんだか仲間外れ
Blue's like the mother being like, and what did she say for real?
ランチのメニューは私が決めますね。
ダメだ。
That face is so cute.
いつも変なもんばっかり注文するからだ。あの時のあれとか。
抹茶紅茶緑茶ラテプロテインシェイクか。
そうそう。
This sounds like my type of gal. I would try
あ
that.
れのせいで3日間はまともに立てなかったんだからな。
まったくチャレンジ精神が。
Yeah.
あら、
I love being adventurous with food. I think the last thing that I tried that was super adventurous. What was it?
ほとんどゲテモノ巡りになってるだろう。
Maybe bosom. Bosom's not very adventurous though for people. I think what people would find adventurous is like balut or sannakji, which is like live octopus. I haven't had balut, but I've had sannakji before.
まともなのは俺だけかよ。ま、ヒーローってのは人と違うものか。胃がムカムカして死にそうだ。
そういう割には綺麗に食べていた気がしま
What
す
did they
ね。
end up choosing?
食べ物に罪はないだろ。罪があるとすればあんなものを作ったシェフだ。あれでも売れると思って作ったメニューなんだろうけどよ。やっぱり理想と現実が違うってのは悲しいもんだよな。
食べ物一つで悟りって開けるものですね。
私は美味しいと思った。一見すると合わない組み合わせだったが、新しく試しただけでも価値がある。
Yes! Can you imagine like the first person who ever decided to try peanut butter and jelly
今日
together?
はこれで解散か？
Like something, I don't know, is it that revolutionary? I guess now it wouldn't be considered that way, but I wonder for the first person who ever made it, you know? What if there's a combination we're missing?
ブルーならあそこでファンサービス中だ。
Aw. Ark Ranger Blue poses for photos with fans who recognize her and signs autographs.
あいつは根っからの芸能人だな。
This face is so good. This one right here with the Ark Ranger red, it looks so good.
人々に勇気を与えている。
あいつは放っておいて解散だ。明日も撮影があるしな。
あ、また明日。
Every eye turns towards the source of the scream. Someone is hanging from the railing of a 6-story building. Red and black both dash forward as one. Ark Ranger Blue falls in beside them.
ブルー、下で落下に備えろ。ブラックと俺で救出する。
了解。
The three arrive in front of the building and look up. A man in his 30s clings to the railing, barely holding on. At any moment, he could lose his grip and fall. Ark Ranger Black's eyes dart around.
隣の建物から飛び移る。
それじゃダメだ。間に合わないぞ。もうギリギリって感じだ。
それならどうすれば。
下で受け止める方法を考えるしかないな。
危険すぎる。やはり直接。
ブラック。俺たちは本物のヒーローじゃない。今できるのは救助隊が来るまで待つことだ。それから間に合わずに落ちた時に備える。テレビの中の役に入り込みすぎるな。
危機に陥っている人を見殺しにするわけにはいかない。テレビの中だけのヒーローだろうとそうではなかろうと、人としてそんなことはできない。
分かった。俺が足場に
Look at this, like everybody dotes on her. It's so cute. She has her heart in all the right places, but I think it's really cute how everybody's like, okay, fine, if it's you.
お前ならできるだろ、ブラック。
ああ、
Archranger Black dashes away, putting some distance between them. Archranger Red lowers her stance, bringing both hands together between her legs.
待ってください。変身しないと。
そんなことしてる場合か。
こんな場合だからなおさらです。
Archranger Red scans her surroundings. A crowd has already gathered, their eyes shifting between the man hanging from the railing and the Archrangers.
ヒーロー、アークレンジャーとしての活躍を見せないといけません。
まったく芸能人らしいな。ブラック変身だ。
わかった。アークレンジャーブラック変身。人々の危機を救うこと、それがアークレンジャーの使命だ。
Archranger Black sprints. As her speed reaches the limit, she leaps forward. Her foot lands in Archranger Red's cupped hands. Putting the weight of her entire body behind it, Red thrusts both arms upward.
ヒーロ
任せろ。
Archranger Black launches into the air. In an instant, she is soaring halfway up the building. Her eyes meet those of the man hanging from the railing. His grip gives out. She catches him, pulling him into her arms. Me next? Together, they plunge toward the ground. Archranger Black lands. The man remains still in her arms, eyes closed.
確かめます。ちょっと待って。単なる気絶です。怪我はありません。
よし。
Cheers erupt all around them. Applause and cheers rain down on the Archrangers.
ブラック、ファンサービス。
Archranger Black thrusts a fist into the air.
アークの平和は私たちアークレンジャーが守る。
The cheers grow louder. As she takes in the roar of the crowd, a surge of exhilaration rises within her, as if her body were on fire.
まったく無茶をしましたね。足と腰のパーツがボロボロです。
軽量ボディであれだけ派手に動いたんだ。無理もない。
私は何ともないと思うが。
あなたがタフすぎるだけです。
鍛え方が違うってか。でもなんか拍子抜けだな。せっかく助けた相手が不倫がバレて逃げてただけのやつだったなんて。
助けなくていい命なのね。
そこまでは言ってないだろ。けどせっかくならもっと気持ちよく人助けがしたかったぜ。
まあ気持ちはわからなくもない。だが
まったく。とりあえずリペアセンターへ行って精密検査を受けてください。場合によってはボディごと交換になるかも。
本当か。
心配ね。撮影に支障が出ないといいですが。
まあ大した問題にはならないだろう。交換だって今時はすぐ済むし。
それはそうですけど、でも今後は気をつけてください。私たちが撮影できなくなれば仕事がなくなる人だって何人も出るんですから。
ああ、気をつけよう。
Sometimes I get so lost in the story that I forget I'm trying to narrate some of the in-between parts. As she thinks back to the cheers from the crowd, Goosebumps rise along her skin.
いい気分だ。誰かを助けた気分というのはこういうものなんだな。本物のヒーローはきっとこんな気分なんだ。
Towards what lies beyond.
ロイヤルロードで大規模な火災が発生し、時間が経つごとに火の勢いが増しています。出火直後、周辺へ燃え移り、火の手が瞬く間に広がってしまったようです。現在も火の勢いは収まっていません。現場は緊迫した空気に包まれています。侵入路が狭く、AFF も現場への接近が難航しているようです。
Is this the film or is this when the ARK actually gets torn into?
直接的な消火活動は未だに開始されていません。また周辺の人混みも消防車両の通行を妨げており、事態をさらに困難にしています。この状況に対し中央政府は今から5分後に侵入路を確保するため強制的に通行者の排除を行うと発表しています。政府はその過程で発生する損害について一切補償は行わないとの声明を公にし、迅速かつ自発的な現場からの離脱を人々に強く求めています。また火災の原因についてはすでに明らかとなっています。捜査関係者によると、高価な商品を購入させられた男性が店舗への報復を目的として放火を行ったとのことです。容疑者は商品を購入して2週間が過ぎた後に返品の要求を行いましたが、店側に拒否されたことを侮辱と受け取り、犯行に及んだと。
This has to be like a recorded event, like a movie or something. At the scene of the fire, Ark Ranger Black stands before a towering inferno. She looks around at the people nearby. Some are stamping their feet in helplessness, while others cry out in anguish. Nikkes from the AFF are scrambling at the scene, and some people are watching her. Something burns deep within her chest. She turns back to the flames. On the rooftop of a building, 3 figures scream for help. The raging blaze and billowing smoke threatens to swallow them whole. Almost subconsciously, the Ark Ranger Black finds herself running. She presses the transform trigger on her wrist.
ARK Ranger Black! Henshin!
Voices from behind try to stop her. At the same time, cheers erupt. Ark Ranger, Ark Ranger, Ark Ranger! A sense of absolute power courses through Ark Ranger Black, as if she can do anything. She runs toward the burning building and looks up at the people calling out from the rooftop. Covering her face with both arms, Ark Ranger Black charges in. The entrance shatters with a crash. The interior is already engulfed in flames. Her temperature sensors go haywire. Through her visor, she begins mapping the interior. She spots the stairs and sprints toward them. Though her body is an ultralight model designed for action-heavy scenarios, it is still far heavier than a human's. Every time she takes a step, the floor buckles and caves beneath her. She ignores it and keeps running. At the end of the stairway is a door. She kicks it open and bursts onto the rooftop. Hope lights up on the faces of those trapped. Once again, a tingling feeling surges through the Ark Ranger Black's entire body. She gathers everyone into her arms and jumps from the roof without further hesitation. The moment she lands, she knows her legs and hip joints are wrecked, but the expressions of those 3 people in her arms looking up at her, make her forget. The rescued individuals thank her and run off as instructed. Ark Ranger Black staggers as she looks around her. In another burning building, someone else is waiting on the rooftop to be rescued. Black shuts down both her pain sensors and temperature sensors and runs toward the flames. She drives a kick into the entrance. The door bursts open. Whoosh. A great wall of flames engulf her. She falls unconscious. Wait, is this real? I thought it was a movie set! ARK Ranger Black opens her eyes to find herself in the repair center. She quickly looks around. ARK Ranger Red and Blue are sitting beside her bed watching her.
一体何が。
気がついたか大バカ野郎。
私はなぜここに。火災現場で。
It was real!
していたはずだが。
バックドラフトにやられたんだよ。脳が焼けてなかっただけ良かったと思え。
バックドラフト。
知らないのか？
知らないな。
そんなことも知らないで火事場に突っ込んだのか？ほんと大したやつだな。
レッド。
なんであんな真似をした？
なんでだと？人々を助けるために決まっている。
何様のつもりだ？ブラック、俺たちはヒーローじゃないんだ。テレビの中ではヒーローでもそこから一歩外に出ればただのニケなんだよ。
I have thoughts.
手すりにぶら下がってるぐらいの人なら助けられる。泥棒を捕まえるとかいじめられてる子を助けるとかだってできるかもな。十分ヒーローじゃないか。それぐらいのヒーローなら俺たちだってなれる。それで満足しておけよ。俺たちは本物じゃないんだ。
I think that it's not wrong exactly what she's saying. I think ARK Ranger Black wants to be more than just like a TV hero. Like her heart is sincerely, I want to be a hero that takes care of others. But for ARK Ranger Red, I think it's also a fact of you're still, it feels like she's close to the other two Rangers, not just as co-workers, but as friends too. So seeing someone just kind of not throw away their lives, but be reckless with their life is, of course, you know, really concerning. This is, in her own way, trying to protect, I think, ARK Ranger Black, but it's done in a way that is really hurtful for Black, you know?
お前の言う通りだ。私の力など取るに足らないのかもしれない。だからといって。
It's very hard to watch someone you care about do things that are reckless and endanger their lives.
私は人々を救う本物のヒーローになりたいんだ。画面の中だけではない本物のヒーローに。
いい加減にしろ。お前に消防の知識があるか？崩れた建物をどうにかできるか？応急処置は添え木のつけ方わかるのか？何も知らないくせに変身してかっこよく走り回れば何でも解決すると思ってるのか？
レッド、ブラックは人を助けるために必死で。
気持ちだけじゃどうにもならないんだよ。実力が必要なんだ。特に人を救う仕事ってのはな、やる気だけでできるものじゃねえんだよ。お前な、あんな派手なパフォーマンスをしたせいでただでさえ狭い火災現場あたりの道でお前を見ようとする人を集めちまったって分かってるか？ AFF だけじゃ収拾がつかずにトライアングルと ACPU の機動隊も出動して見物客を追い出したんだ。そのせいで消防隊の突入が遅れて消火にさらに時間がかかった。
犠牲者
ゼロだ。奇跡だと思っとけ。一人でも死んでたらお前のせいにしてたところだ。
レッド。
It's harsh. It's definitely harsh, but it comes from a place of caring, but also it's realistic towards the other people, you know, who are involved in this situation. It is the fact of the matter that it does put other people at risk by trying to showboat it, especially as a very, like, well-seen figure, you know? I don't think what she's saying is unreasonable, but it's just like Blue's kind of trying to interject with. It's too much, too harsh all at once. I do think all the doting is kind of, it's coddling her, you know? I think Red is the only one who's trying to, I don't know what happened with Red. It sounds like something happened with Red to make her like snap out of this kind of Star Daisy phase that Black is still in, right? It's kind of implied right now as far as where we're at the story.
頼むブラック、分かってくれ。俺たちはただのスーツアクターなんだよ。本物のヒーローじゃない。テレビの中だけでもみんなに勇気を与えられるならいいじゃないか。外の世界で欲を出そうとするな。な？
レッド、
なんだ？
何から始めればいい？
何をだ？
どこから始めれば本物のヒーローになれる？
イかれてるな。
私は人々の助けになりたいんだ。教えてくれ。
Oh. I think that's another thing, having the humility to be like, yeah, I messed up. How do I do it right next time? Especially from someone who just kind of like admonished you. That takes a lot of gut, you know? Most people would be like, fuck off. Like, most people would not put up with that or be discouraged from trying to keep pursuing their dream. I think that's actually really cool, you know? Not everybody can be like that.
どうかしてるよ。まず災害が起きた時に取るべき行動を頭に叩き込め。逃げ遅れてる人たちの目線で考えるのはバカだ。救助者としての目線で考えるようにしろ。それからそのボロボロの軽量ボディも取り替えろ。重くて頑丈なやつにな。その方ができることも増える。
ちょっと止めるのか進めるのかどっちかにしたらどうです？
そのうち自分でわかるさ。ヒーローは誰でもなれるもんじゃない。
I guess that's one thing to look at. She's trying to, like, if she says something, that's one thing, but to be able to do it yourself and realize your own limitations is another. But it could also push her past her limits too, like in a good way. I think she might be looked at badly. I don't know how people perceive the other Archrangers. I don't even know how they perceive Archranger Black since I haven't played the event fully yet. But I think that she is not saying the wrong things, but it's also pushing Black in the right direction to figure, like, discover more about herself and, like, what she can and can't do. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I think especially going into dangerous situations, it's good to know what you can do to help the situation. Blah, blah, blah.
ありがとう、レッド。
And her attitude towards it is good too. Archranger Black. Archranger Red stands.
じゃあな。撮影スケジュールは3日後に延期になった。
そうか。
私も行くわね。また来ます。
あ。
Sounds like Blue is more of the mediator though. Archranger Red and Blue step out of the hospital room. Archranger Black stares intently at her hands.
本物になりたい。本物のヒーローに。
なんで黙ってたんです？
何をだ？
AFF の突入が遅れて。
Oh my god!
死んではいないだろ。
どっちにしたって消火活動が遅れたのは確かでしょ。ねえ、レッド。ブラックにどうなってほしいんですか？
She does care. See, that's something. I think there's part of her that probably, from what it was hinted at, she felt the same way as Black before. So the idea of trying to help her, not trying to help her, I think she's still confused in her own mind how to go about it. But I do think that she wants to help. At least, like, she doesn't want to deter Black from feeling the way that she doesn't want Black to feel the same way that she felt, but at the same time wonders if by doing that it would save her more heartache later, is what it feels like.
とことんまでやってほしいだけだ。本物のヒーローになるために最後まで。それで現実を思い知ればいい。
あなたみたいに。
Yeah.
分かってますよ。あなたが本物になろうとして誰よりも努力してたこと。でも諦めた。 あなたにはわかるんですよね。ブラックの気持ち。自分で限界を思い知らないと諦めがつかないってことも。まったく残酷ね。諦めさせるために努力させようなんて。まあそうでもしないと諦めないでしょうけど、頑固だから。
限界にぶち当たってその先に行けるかもしれない。そうじゃないかもしれない。
複雑ね。
そうだな。
It really could be a coin toss. Huh? What is this called? Never mind. She holds that position for a moment, then sets the barbell down on the floor. A tremor ripples through the gym, strong enough to shake the entire space. She heads for the climbing wall. After taking a deep breath, she breaks into a run. Without even using her hands, she steps onto the wall hold, scaling it as if she's flying. She hangs from the highest hold with one hand. After holding on for a moment, she drops straight down and lands. The ground shakes beneath her impact. She moves to a treadmill built for Nikkes and begins to sprint on it. After her routine, she takes a shower and steps out into the street. As she walks, she reviews some rescue training materials.
トレーニングは終わったのか？
ああ、今日の分は。
今日はどこにします？
どこがいいかな。今日はどこでも空いてるだろうから。
言われてみるとジムも街も人が少ないな。何かあったのか？
少しはニュースを見ろ。メティスの縮小記念イベントがあるんだよ。みんなそっちに行ってるから外に誰もいないんだ。
それなら普段は行けないお店なんてどうですか？
いいな。候補があるのか？
そうですね。
That's right, Matisse has the number one hero, number one hero and number one villain, and then their babysitter.
本当に腹痛かもしれないだろ。
揺れている。
揺れてるって何が？
Ooh. It's far away, but the explosion sounds massive. Arc Ranger Black feels as though the Ark itself is shaking.
アークで地震？珍しいことも。
待て。なんだあれは。お前たち、今すぐ逃げろ。
どうしたんです？急に何を？
逃げろ。いいから早く。ラプチャーだ。ラプチャーがアーク。
This was the Rapture invasion inside the Ark. Okay. I'll be honest, I don't think I can finish the whole recording right now. I'm gonna finish Gaping Hole B, but I don't think I can finish this all at this one sitting. So I'm gonna finish recording soon and then post this as a first part. How's that sound, guys? And then you guys will have to tell me what you think so far in the story. I know a lot of my community at this point hasn't really gotten into NIKKE yet, so I'm very curious what they'll think of the story so far. For now, let's go into it. Oh no! Is she gonna try to be a hero again?
近くの建物の地下へ避難するんだ。早く。
地下。わかりました。
急ぐんだ。
ブラックも気をつけて。
ああ。
余計なことは考えちゃダメ。わかってますね。
わかっている。
That's not what's gonna happen. You should know that right now. Arc Ranger Black switches off her comms and takes off running. She sprints full tilt towards the direction of the explosion. She looks up. She sees a gaping hole in the dome of eternity, and raptures pouring through. For a moment, she feels the urge to stop. She soon suppresses it and keeps running. Hope slowly pulls himself up. His body feels heavy, his mind in a daze. He remembers walking home after finishing an Arc Ranger card battle. That's the last thing he remembers before coming to. Confusion washes over him. His breathing is strained. Dust fills his mouth, leaving it dry and gritty. Hope gives... What the fuck? Hope gives a short cough and looks around. Oh, shoot. These expressions are so well done in NIKKE. The once glistening and magnificent buildings are gone. Only collapsed and ruined structures remain. People lie scattered across the ground, none of them moving. Hope does not understand why they're lying there, but he instinctively knows something terrible has happened. His heart races and cold sweat breaks out across his body. He doesn't know what to do. All he can do is look around and panic. With a deafening crash, dust erupts into the air. Hope is swallowed by the plumes, coughing violently. He can't see anything beyond the cloud of dust. With each heavy rhythmic boom, the ground trembles faintly. Through the thick dust cloud, Hope sees a massive silhouette. Ew, these guys suck! If you guys ever play NIKKE and you come across these guys suck! And then it breaks through the dust, a rapture. Hope turns and runs. He trips almost immediately and falls. You dumb idiot. He turns back to look at the rapture fiend approaching him. Fear consumes him, and all he can do is scream. Then suddenly, he remembers his treasure. He's gonna play it like a Yu-Gi-Oh card! Hope reaches into his pocket and pulls out the Ark Ranger trading card bearing his hero's autograph, which he keeps in a plastic case. He raises it high into the sky. Oh no. The rapture fiend advances unfazed. The rapture fiend continues forward. The rapture fiend presses on. Hope gathers the last of his courage. A chunk of concrete flies out of nowhere and smashes into the rapture fiend's head. Hope turns around. Whoa! I thought for sure... Well, I knew that red was going in, but I thought it was gonna be black that joins at the fray here. There, he sees the one he's been waiting for. Hope gets up and runs, brushing past Ark Ranger Red. Hope squeezes his eyes shut and runs. An unfamiliar sound echoes behind him. He turns around, and Ark Ranger Red is collapsed, crimson energy spilling from her body. Hope suddenly feels the strength leave his leg, and for some reason he cannot run. His legs refuse to move. Again! He feels the rapture fiend's gaze on him. Hope looks at the fallen Ark Ranger Red. Summoning all his courage, he forces his fear down. Whoa! Okay, that's pretty cool. A blue flash slams down onto the rapture. The rapture staggers, using it as a foothold. Ark Ranger Black leaps up and lands in front of Hope with her back to him. Ooh, okay. Okay. So this is where we're gonna stop for now, but Tell me what you guys think. I'm really excited to see how this plays out. And I will see you guys soon. See you next time. Bye-bye! Bye! Bye! Bye-bye.